Hello viewers, it's Super GT here. Welcome to the very first video of the new series, the ORL Chevrolet Cup, and we're going to get straight into the action. I've qualified in Lobby A, 51 people have entered, and I'm in the top 16, 13th on the grid. It's Laguna Seca, we're driving the Chevrolet C7R R-Class. Couple of little upgrades on their driveline and brakes. Into the first corner, just trying to keep it nice and tidy, and so far it is. But then just up ahead, this guy's around, and we're going to gain a position out of that. Ted Davis though on our right hand side, up the inside and back down into 13th. And then on the exit there, you can see that I've got traction control on. I will explain in just a moment. Looking around the outside of Ted, he gets a poor run on the inside. Someone coming back onto the track. Is that Moshies? Yes, it is. And we're ahead of him. Back up, or not back up, but up into 11th place. Someone else off. Very close action all around today. This is Force 1 ahead of me, actually, my teammate for the series. So only two of us for the F4H team representing in this series. Line astern now, 10th and 11th. AMS Roadrunner out in the lead from pole position with a 24.7, I believe it was, in qualifying. I did 25.5, 1 minute 25.5 that is. Now about traction control, so I've got it on. The car is marginally quicker with traction control on, a couple of attempts quicker, so you don't want to get left behind, you have to turn it on. And most people have got it turned on, so it's kind of the same for most people. Now, lap number 3 then, Force 1 a little bit wide, and then even more wide on the exit. He's going to lose a lot of momentum, and I'm through up into 10th place. So teammates, they're swapping position and coming through the corkscrew. We're going to move then actually to lap number 4, because it looks like we're basically losing each other quite a lot of time here, trying to be too nice to each other around this corner. He's up me inside, we're both giving each other a lot of space. That's not the optimum line. I decided to back out, let him go. He is typically faster than me, so there's not much point in slowing down my faster teammate. Hopefully he can pull us towards the guys ahead. And looking behind there are a couple of guys behind. You don't want to battle too much, otherwise you'll be going back into the grasp with the guys behind. But then look at this, Force 1 making exactly the same error 2 laps in a row. And I'm back through. I have got deja vu right now. Glitch in the matrix has occurred, and I'm back up into 10th place. Coming through the downhill left-hander of 9, fast-flowing left-hander there with a late apex, and then the fast right-hander coming towards the final turn of the circuit. Number 11, just breaking on that line that goes across the track, or a bit later. Hooked the apex nicely, and again I just kind of oversteered a little bit there, or I overcorrected something that wasn't there. Going wide on the exit, and then lap number 6 then, still they've got that gap to the guys ahead, as you can see, not quite able to close it. So I go wide on the exit of turn number 4, and again I've got deja vu, another glitch in the matrix, letting Force 1 go through at pretty much the same point on the track there. So we've got EMR, one of the EMR guys behind us, Vanquish, on our tail now. So at the end of lap number 6, I don't get the best of runs through turn number 10 there, and Vanquish is going to go for the dive up the inside, make a bit of contact on the apex, and then it's going to be a drag race down the main straight to see who can come out on top in this one. So I'm going to just about keep 11th here, looks like. So my car marginally quicker on top speed, as you can see. So it's going to go semi-defensive here. So Ted Davis coming back into the picture there. He didn't have the best of starts. Well, he got a good initial start, but then had a bad moment just after that, halfway through the first lap. But now seems to be coming back a bit more. Force 1 there, you can see, driving off into the distance as we go on to lap number 8. Going slightly defensive into turn 5. Force 1 still not too far ahead, but it's going to be fairly hard to catch up with him. Halfway through the race now, as we go up into turn number 6, we're going to make contact there, and it looked like to me a push wide, but we're just going to run with that. Down to 12th place, so not really the best result if I stay here at the moment, but it will be an improvement on the grid slot at least. So through the corkscrew, just a bit of traction control slowing me down on the exit there. But as I say earlier, I think over the whole lap it is typically quicker. You really can just floor the throttle quite early. But it is still hard to drive with traction control on actually. You really do have to keep the car as straight as possible. Any tiny little slide will completely kill your life. Then lap number 9, we are approaching 2/3 of the way into the race. It's a 16 lap race in total, so we're looking at over 20 minutes of racing in total. So getting a good run through there actually, and I'm within 50 feet of Vanquish. Coming through the final turn, I get a better apex than him. We know that my car is quicker in a straight line. We proved that just a couple of laps ago. So we're going to tuck into the slipstream as much as possible, wait for the kink at the end of the straight. Here it is. And it's going to be a nice run up the inside. There's a bit of contact. It's not the completely clean move that I would have been after, but I am going to go through into 11th place. I think that was a decent move on the whole. Just riding the contact there, as again I get a bit of traction control on the exit, but overall just keeping the position. Now as you can see there, Force 1 just getting away, so 11th would be a good position. So this is going to be the last lap we're coming up to now. This is the end of lap 15 with 16 laps in total, so one more left to go after this. Going to go semi-defensive into the final turn. Vanquish is not going to follow me narrow, and we're just going to make contact there. And when you get spun sideways like that, even if in the slightest amount, the traction control is going to kick in and it's going to really ruin your momentum on the exit. But just about enough here. I do just about enough to keep ahead and on the inside of Ted Davis, who tries to man the outside, just edge him out on the exit. That was so close to being a lot worse than it was. But I'm doing everything I can here just to keep the 11th position on the final lap. We've got about 3/4 of a lap left to go, so it's going to be a very tough job to try and keep these very eager guys from getting past me. We do have a gap though going into turn number 5. Hitting the apex quite nicely, but again I kind of oversteer, or I correct some oversteer that isn't quite there, and I get a poor run on the exit. Ted Davis up the inside into turn 6, he's got the run, but then through the apex he's going to get a massive slide on, and I'm going to go through back up towards the corkscrew. So I'm back up into 11th. About 4 corners remaining in this race. Can I keep 11th place? Let's see as we come through the exit of the corkscrew into left-hander of 9. And Ted Davis right on the outside there, you can see him on the screen. He's just going to make contact with me there. Sim twitch around. He's lost a couple of positions with a few corners left to go. For me, that's a fortunate thing there, because it's going to be it's giving me a bit of space as I go into the final turn. But heartbreak for Ted Davis. 2 corners left to go and spins out and is going to finish in last position. But for me, 11th place, there are the results. AMS Roadrunner running away with that, although Rossi there actually giving a good run. Tishan Ni in 3rd place. So reverse grid, which means I start in 6th place. If I could finish in 6th place, then that would be fairly decent. Now coming up into the first corner, I hate being on the outside at Laguna Seca going into the first corner, but the way that Moshes was in the middle there kind of forced me to go around the outside. And as you can see, a lot of contact, and when there's contact you're just going to have to go the long way around. You see the amount of people go flying up my inside. So I'm down into 9th, despite going past the guy who span. I've lost a few positions there, going down into 9th place. Now that actually triggered a safety car, and then the end of the safety car period is here as we restart coming through turn 4, the next lap. So this is lap number 2 now. So the race is now back underway. JSR Rossi behind us, so he actually started on the back row of the grid, so he's already up into 10th place. So I'm just going to do my best here just to try and keep up really. The reverse grid races are always going to be a lot more tight, because you've got technically the slower guys at the front of the grid and then the faster guys at the back. AMS Blaze, they're getting a poor run as we go into the corkscrew. We're going to be fairly respectful to each other as much as possible there, give each other racing room. And then again, traction control just slowing me down. Probably getting fed up of hearing that actually, the fact that traction control is slowing me down. Hopefully Road America, the car is actually faster with traction control off, and I think it will be. It's that kind of track which you can go without it. JSR Rossi through then up into 9th. I'm down into 10th, losing 1 position to, well, we all know JSR Rossi is one of the best. I'm going to kind of look for a move here. We saw again in the previous race that my car has good straight line speed. Looking up the inside though, I think Rossi's just going to hang around the outside, which is going to give him the inside line for the next corner, and indeed it is. So there he goes, back up into 9th place. So again, just trying to keep up with him as best as possible. GTR knee now on my tail, the fast Australian right behind me, coming through here. Not going to get the best of runs through there. So into the corkscrew, lap number 6 now. AMS Roadrunner, he got past me eventually, but then made a big mistake there on the exit, going around doing a 360. He's going to lose a couple of positions, but not too much time. He actually got going fairly quickly after that. YMTV Mellish behind me, one of the commentators of the YMTV team. I'm just going to go around the outside at the final turn, and that's actually a very nice overtake he's pulled off there. Let's see though if the top speed of my car can make some sort of comeback as we head back towards the first turn. It looks like I can, but I'm just going to be I'm going to have to be too late on the brakes there to go for that move. So just going to settle for 12th place. 13th place Roadrunner behind us as we skip then towards lap number 7, the end of lap number 7. So still here you can see the pack is rather bunched. JSR Rossi making an error into the final turn. So the two YMTV guys there going up this main straight side by side. I'm looking for a way past, but really they kind of block the whole track there. It's not really much of a way past. AMS Roadrunner back on my tail again. You can see the orange proximity arrow at the bottom of the screen. Into turn number 3 this officially is, although I call it turn 2. Getting a decent run there on the back of Mellish. And how about through 3, officially turn 4. Again on the exit, running fairly wide, but it doesn't slow you down too much. Going onto the sand there. And Roadrunner up the inside, looking for this move into turn 5. I was going to ride the challenge and maintain my 11th place. And then we are going to move up round lap number 6. Turn number 6 on lap number 8. And you can see there, just getting a poor run on the exit. Roadrunner there settling ahead into 11th. Now I could have fought that around the outside, but trust me, if someone's already on your inside, they're probably going to get the corner. You're just going to lose even more time by fighting it too much. Now this is a big orgy going on here. Not quite sure what triggered all of this, but seems to be very interesting. A couple of 2x2s there. JSR Rossi slow on the inside, and behind Mellish, Roadrunner right behind me, and it looks like I'm going to go around the outside of JSR Rossi. Not many people can claim to have done that, but I think he's probably going to come back past me very quickly as it is anyway. So just a little bit too late on the brakes into Mellish. He's going to keep the position though. Good car control from him. And then Rossi, yeah, he's already back past me, so that move didn't really count for too much. And then he's back through up into the top 10. Roadrunner behind me once again. So coming towards the corkscrew for the 10th time of this race. So it's just a 16 lap race. We have someone slowing down there. I think he had damage. So I'm going to get in position out of that and get a poor run there with the traction control once again. I must learn to tame that traction control. Once you can do that, this car is definitely a lot quicker. But it is fairly hard to drive with that traction control. It's something I don't normally do. Now on the exit of turn 10, Mellish and Rossi making contact, and then they're just going to come back through. We've got deja vu again. They've been side by side for the last 3 laps going down this main straight. So are we going to be able to go for a move of the inside of Rossi? I do have the inside line there, but Mellish could come across and try and block me off for his teammate. So looking up the inside, I kind of, it's very nicely done on the inside. We give each other room, but it's not going to be enough because, I just made contact with him on the exit there. He's going to kill my momentum, and that pretty much ended anything good in this race because we're going to move to the end here, and I'm still in 11th, and you can see that the gap just opened up that a little bit more, and that was the end of the first round of the ORL Chevrolet Cup. So I mean, it wasn't the best result to finish 11th twice, but it's good that I moved up from my qualifying position and that I was in A lobby. It's my challenge, I guess, from F4H Racers actually challenged me to try and get into the top lobby in every round in this series. There's going to be 8 rounds. I will bring the video to you every Friday. You can watch the stream on the YMTV Racing Twitch channel, and so there'll be Streaming every Thursday at 8 PM BST. That's when the races start. And I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. League racing is back on the channel. Hopefully I can be a bit more competitive in the next round. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you very much for watching, as always, guys. And I shall see you next time. Goodbye.